everyone, and welcome back to Politics Now, where I talk about modern politics and modern America. And today we're going to be discussing why Trump really has the nomination for the primary in the bag. And yeah, let's get into that. So, it's been an interesting few days for the nomination because for certain candidates it really hasn't changed. Uh, a lot of these further down candidates, they've more so stayed the same at like 4 3 points. A lot of them, when they did the interview with Tucker Carlson, a lot of them just sort of did the exact same thing that you would expect, and they haven't really changed. They're still around 3%. And Trump is still high up there. He's still around 53, 52%. DeSantis is still not doing that well, and we'll get into that later. But the real interesting things are Pence, which has lost a lot of support since that because, there's that clip going around where he says that America isn't his top priority at all, and he's more worried about Ukraine. That didn't go too well, and he lost about a point of support, and it's likely to go further down, and he's actually going to be taken over by a very interesting candidate, Ramaswamy, who up till now was pretty much non-existent in this race. Nobody had ever heard of him, and then he did really well during the interview, and according to this one poll, which has been pretty talked about because it is a very interesting poll, he's actually in front of and tied with Ron DeSantis for second place, and it's really showing how the DeSantis campaign is not going that well if a complete nobody is tied with him, and in some cases he's actually above Ron DeSantis, and they're both tied at 12% in this poll, which honestly, that's not a good sign for DeSantis if he wants to win this, because if he's polling at 12%, that's already bad. But if he's losing to another candidate, which up till now has basically been under the radar for most of the campaign, that's not really a good sign, especially since Ramaswamy is a lot a lot more pro-Trump than a lot of these other candidates, and if you have the top two positions being held by pro-Trump candidates, that's not going to work out too well. And if you have Ramaswamy there, DeSantis has pretty much lost all chance of even becoming the vice president for Trump or getting a cabinet position, because Ramaswamy, he's mostly going for that vice president or cabinet position along with a lot of these other candidates. All of these other candidates are likely not going to be in the cabinet at all because Trump does not have very good relations with them. Maybe like Tim Scott and Ramaswamy will be in there, but Pence, Haley, Chris Christie, Chris Christie would be a pretty funny addition to put in there. Maybe the Food and Drug Administration because, he's fat. But yeah, so Ramaswamy is more so just going for a cabinet position. DeSantis, he got in his head that, oh yeah, I can totally take the Republican nomination, even though I'm going up against a very popular former president. So he went for that, and it's not going too well. And with this poll that has come out recently, it's going really not that well if he's in third place now, which honestly, if you're in third place when you're supposed to be the main front runner, that's not a good thing. And a lot of these donors that are backing him because they're the anti-Trump donors that want Trump to lose, so they're backing DeSantis because he used to have the best shot of beating Trump. And now that's not the case, and a lot of these other candidates are gaining on DeSantis. They're going to switch to these other candidates like 2016, where a lot of them backed Jeb Bush, but when it was apparent that he wasn't going to win out, they backed all the other candidates. Like they'll probably back somebody like Nikki Haley or Tim Scott or even Mike Pence, but I don't really think that they'll back Mike Pence because you don't want to back Mike Pence. He's already completely destroyed his campaign. And a lot of these donors leaving the DeSantis campaign is going to make him drop a lot of his support because, yeah, he could probably spin it as, oh, they just didn't like my opinions. I don't work for the donors. But people can see right through that. If you're mainly a donor candidate and donors are dropping out, they're not going to see that as, oh, I don't work for donors. They're going to see that as donors have completely lost confidence in me and I'm not going to win, which will just lose some support and completely ruin his chances of winning, which, honestly, looking at this poll, his chances are already ruined. Losing to a practical nobody from a few days ago has been gaining a lot of support, and falling into third place, it's not going to work out that well for you. You're basically trying a losing strategy, and just like Jeb Bush, you're going to lose pretty badly and end up along with all of these other candidates who don't have any shot at winning. So, yeah, DeSantis is not doing that well. Trump is pretty much guaranteed the nomination. If anything, Ramaswamy is helping him win the nomination because Ramaswamy is a more pro-Trump candidate, and if he is taking votes away from DeSantis, it's only going to elevate Trump even more. So, yeah, DeSantis, he's probably not going to win any state at this rate. He's going to lose Utah and Florida, which are the most pro DeSantis states. And polls recently there have been showing that, yeah, DeSantis basically has no chance of winning those either. And DeSantis, he should just drop out. Stop embarrassing yourself. It was a bad idea and a pretty stupid idea to even join the race in the first place. But at this rate, you have nothing to gain by staying in the race. You're going to lose either way. And continuing the race is just going to ruin his career more. So, yeah, do you think DeSantis could possibly win? Maybe Ramaswamy even. But yeah, leave that in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.